tonight.
It's birthday girl LATKES.
The chicken's doing a happy birthday dance.
I'll tell you a funny story. So, I posted that lots of hug and bear from Toy Story 3 for the post today, and I get this message from Ronan, the typical teen message that says, "Mom or Grandma, are you on your meds? Did you take your meds today?" And she's like, thought I completely lost it. It was hysterical.
Did you take your meds?
No, you can say, no, a KitchenAid fell on my face. Leave me alone.
I just don't even know. I was like, lots of LATKES. I'm tired.
Doesn't he end up being totally psychotic and awful?
He's psychotic. And that's what they both said to me. They're like,
oh,
Mom, what are you doing? There.
Okay, well, I know how you feel now, so it's okay.
'Tis the season for craziness, and it's multiplied. It's exponential this year, so there you go.
I apologize. I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday with something cute, but
like a psycho teddy bear. Nothing says love like a psycho teddy bear.
Yeah, serious. Woohoo!
That's love. That's love. I feel it.
I'm good. This is good.
All right. Well, I'm actually going to. I'm gonna take off my jacket. Let's get cooking, shall we?
Yeah. Everybody wants to know about LATKES.
Everybody wants to know all there is to know. What's the secret?
All right, let's well, this is actually thanks to Martha Stewart, who is not Jewish, nor am I. But I'm
not either, but I'm a wannabe.
That's why let a little thing like that stop us? So this is my husband is Jewish, and so we celebrate Hanukkah and Christmas in our house. So I started making these because he loves them, my kids love them. They're a little labor. There's a little labor involved, but they are delicious. I mean, it's fried potatoes.
Yep. Hello.
Just
they're round home fried pancakes.
They are exactly, and it's sort of there's nothing wrong with any of that. So one of the things, I keep it really simple. Of course, I have to add a little bit of herbs. So I use my holiday blend, which is a little sage, savory, and thyme.
Mm-hmm.
You can add a little bit of those herbs if you want to when you're salting, or not. It's up to you. If you're old school and you just want them plain. One of the things that I was doing my homework on this. One of the things that some Jewish cultures do is that they add shredded carrots or shredded beets. And so you can get these really pretty colors too on that. Kind of fun too.
Yep.
So it is Corona Kitchen, and sadly we are in total lockdown.
Oh my God.
Black zone, Grim Reaper death zone here. So
well, this is the first time we went, I think that I know of, that we went red, like since the beginning. Our state, we were orange or yellow for a long time.
Parts of California are really not. It's not good. So in our county, we're Contra Costa County, which is the east bay of San Francisco, and farther east in the county is really seeing a significant spike. So where restaurants are now only takeout again. Our little retail space is down to 20% occupancy. So we're grateful we at least have that.
Yeah.
It's been such a horrible year for everybody, and retail especially.
Mm-hmm.
So we can just stay open just a few weeks before Christmas is great.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, but we're just grateful to be having that. So we're just hoping everybody stays safe. This meal is all about, Hanukkah is not one of the bigger Jewish holidays, but I think its proximity to Christmas has elevated it. So it is fun to do, and the kids do the candles and light the menorah, and it's a fun thing to do. So this is also for those of you that aren't Jewish and don't celebrate Hanukkah. It's a great way just to learn how to make sort of this grated potato pancake. You can also add zucchini to this, which I sneak in there sometimes, especially when the kids are little and they didn't know. You can add squash or things like that to it to give it a little more nutrition if you want. But by all means, you don't have to. So the biggest trick to making a good crispy latke and hash browns for that matter is I've already put the potatoes in the grater. I use russet potatoes. Always use russet because they fry nice and crisp. If you use Yukon Golds, I love, but they're creamy. Those are meant to be your mashed potato.
Right.
So these are the ones you want for this kind of crispiness. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn on the heat. We're going to cook these on my flat top.
What is the traditional thing to eat with latkes? It's sour cream and applesauce, right?
Correct. My husband loves applesauce. He likes that with his. I like them plain. I don't understand the whole applesauce thing. I don't get it. But
well, there's fruit. That's a fruit group. Otherwise, I'm adding ketchup.
My daughter Bella adds ketchup. She does the ketchup, which is fruit. Tomatoes a fruit technically.
Hello, didn't Ronald Reagan say it was a vegetable?
Now you're dating yourself. Okay.
I am for sure.
So the trick to it is finding a clean dishcloth. And once you've done that, is you have to strain the potatoes out with the water. That's the secret, okay? Yeah. That's what Martha tells. Martha says to do that. That's what you do. So, so after you've grated them, you let them sit for a little bit with a little bit of salt on them, which I hadn't done yet, but we're going to put a little bit on it.
Well, the salt will help pull that moisture out too. Yeah.
That's like the problem when people take frozen hash browns, for example, and they've got all that wetness and you just throw them in there from the freezer. I know I've had this problem with like Trader Joe's hash browns or whatever. I think, it's so easy. Not really, because you have to get all the water off or you're screwed.
It never tastes.
You might as well just grate your own.
Yeah, I never got them again because I was so mad. But, anyway.
Okay, I'm glad we got that out.
So, Hollie, did you use a grater? Did you use a Cuisinart? How did you shred them?
What you wanted, if you don't have the function, if the Cuisinart has a function for grating, if you don't have that, use a large pole grater this size.
Okay.
Because you really want nice, big, long pieces. It's a little more. This is a little more of a workout, but this is the size you want.
But who couldn't use that right before you eat fried potatoes?
I mean, seriously. If only it was your core. If only you could do like sit-ups while doing it, would be really awesome. But, so the other trick to making a good latke is you use eggs to help bind it a little bit. Not too much because you're not making an omelet here, but you also add a tiny bit of flour, and the flour will absorb any additional moisture. It also just makes it a little more uniform. It's really good. So that's another easy trick. If you don't want to use flour, you can use matzo meal if you're doing it kosher or you want to have that be part of your dietary contribution. All right. So the other thing I like to do is I like to add an onion. I think it just, what's better? The only thing better than fried potatoes are fried onions.
Totally.
So let's just, be generous and do both. So I also grade this the same as the potatoes. And so that way they're the same size. They're going to cook at the same time. These you actually want the juice to really get in there with the potatoes. So that's basically it. So it's not super complicated. Oh, and the oil you can use.
Yeah. What oil do you use?
So peanut oil is something that's recommended because it has a high, and that's what you make French fries in.
Right.
But since it's Corona Kitchen, we're going to be using coconut oil. Coconut oil can handle the high heat. It is a tiny bit of flavor, but that's okay. I think it's going to be good. We're going to have these with salmon tonight, so maybe we'll do a little
like a Thai salmon. There you go.
Honey glaze on them or something.
Mm-hmm.
I just so happen
Yay, Latkes. Somebody's like, yay.
Hey, Latkes. Woo! I love them.
The potatoes have been sitting. What we're going to do is we're going to put them in the actually, let me grab another bowl really quick.
I did a latke party once, and we made all different kinds, and we had all different toppings and stuff. It was super fun.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it was a nice dinner party.
Aw.
So I'm going to take the dish.
When we had those, remember those?
We're going to
I really miss that.
we're going to put them in a larger bowl.
Okay.
Now I kept the skins on.
Oh, me too. I always do.
Very strongly about peeling the potato. I like the skins of russet. I think they add a lot of flavor. It makes it a little more earthy, a little less. To me, it's a little less like baby food, you know, when it has a little texture to it. Okay, so you take the potatoes. You just see what I did. So
Okay.
put the potatoes in here.
Okay.
You're going to grab your four corners of your dish towel and sort of make a little bonbon here. Okay, then you're going to twist it, and you're not going to believe how much water comes out of these.
I know. It's amazing, huh?
It's good. This is a good one.
Wow. I have never done that. I'm learning something.
Well, plus the skin is where more of the vitamins are. So if you're gonna, be thinking about that.
I love how we're making our fried potatoes.
Yes, we're making delicious, nutritious fried potato pancakes.
Absolutely on everybody's diet this year.
Lisa's in her mind going, just add flaxseed.
You just add a tablespoon of flaxseed, everything's fine.
It's good.
Okay, so we're gonna keep. Let me turn down the heat.
I added my cookies.
Look at how much.
And they were delicious. Thank you.
That we can't really see.
Oh, yes, we
Wow.
can. Yeah, a lot of water.
Okay, that's a lot of
Like
water.
a cup.
This is about at least a half a cup, and this is 2 pounds of potatoes. Okay.
Okay.
We really want to keep squeezing it and just keep turning it and squeezing it because much of that outage can't.
It's like a good stress reliever. It's like a stress ball.
Listen, this is awesome.
You gotta do your whole face.
You do this, you grate with your core, then you twist you're getting biceps in there.
So you just bang them on the head with this thing.
Awesome.
Yeah. See? Get your stress out. All right. So
Oh, come on. No one has any stress during Corona.
I mean, this is a ton of liquid. This is at least
Yeah.
That's so much more than you think, and it really can ruin your pancakes.
That makes a difference when you're frying. So imagine all that water is on there, and that way it doesn't get crispy. This way they're going to be. So now they're dried out. They're nice and dried out. Okay. All right. So let's go do the onion really quick because I haven't done that. So we're going to take this is 1 whole onion for your 2 pounds of potatoes.
Big yellow onion.
I always think of my big fat Greek wedding. I peel the potatoes. What are you doing, Ma? I peel the potatoes. So cute.
She's like, how many people are we having over? Oh, just 128.
Just the family? Y'all your cousins? Okay. Well, we'll just do this on. Okay, so you can do your onions on your peeler. Okay, so we're just going to quickly. This actually turned into a bit of a job for your fingers.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
So the trick I do with the onions is if you put them in the refrigerator, you don't cry.
What?
Yes.
I do that. I cry every time.
I know. Lisa cries at the drop of an onion.
That's because she's
You
such,
just say onion. Are you crying, Lisa?
that's why she's such a good actress.
I'm crying from here. I'm crying from here.
All right, so we're going to put those in. Let me just rinse this off really quick.
Okay. So you don't care if there's onion juice. That's okay.
Yeah, the onion juice is okay.
Not like water. Is that why?
Well, it is, but it's you're absorb now the potato's going to absorb the onion flavor, which you want. And it's really not that much.
Okay.
You can even so I'm just sort of hand blending all this in here, right?
You're doing the nana is what you're doing.
I do the nana. I put the okay.
This is a spoon, people.
Right.
This is a spoon.
There's Brianna's hands.
That's right.
Brianna's hands always do this in the food.
Okay. So we're gonna now the potatoes are ready. We're just gonna set them aside for a minute. We're going
We only have onion and potato, no salt, or you have salt in
No,
there.
she put salt in.
Okay.
previously, but we're also gonna add salt later. So we're gonna do 2 eggs.
Okay.
2 eggs.
1 per pound. Ha 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 ha.
See how that mind works at first? Amazing. Okay.
Amazing it still works, frankly.
Grandma, did you take your meds? Do I need to say that again? Do I need to say that?
That's like when I told Heidi I kept forgetting things, and so she gave me the cognitive support. It's like an herbal support. Did you take your cognitive support? No, I forgot.
I forgot. Take the cognitive support to help you with
Okay. I need some super brain food. What do y'all recommend?
That's me.
Oh,
Whoa.
Sorry, we interrupt this program. It's a birthday call. Sorry. Okay. So make sure the egg is well beaten because you don't want to have pieces of egg.
No,
No good.
you don't want pieces of egg.
You can add a little salt now and pepper, just a pinch of salt, a little bit of ground pepper. Yeah, Bella wants to say hi.
Hi.
I'm making latkes.
Dinner?
Yeah, Papa's gonna make some salmon too. So we've got
Bella, how much do you love latkes?
A lot.
Alaka.
a lot.
I love you, Alatka.
So now that we've done the eggs, we're gonna add these to the potatoes. This will help everything bind together. And just salt them. So we're just gonna put those in there. And yes, Debriana, we may do some of this with our hands. Okay. So I'll take tongs. So that'll
Okay.
be okay. Bye.
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 So, and when do you add the flour now?
Yes. So the flour you kind of you can add up to about a quarter of a cup. So you basically want this to be pretty dry, but you've added the eggs. So I'm just going to add a little bit at a time.
A little at a time.
And this is where doing it with your hands actually comes in handy because you really want it to coat. You don't want too much flour. You want just enough so they're not soggy, and that's going to help absorb.
Okay, so just enough is another measurement, Peggy.
So that was about a tablespoon.
So show us when you get it to the consistency that you deem perfect for these. Will you show us closer?
I will.
Okay. So you put some more in.
The idea is think about that you're wanting to coat the potatoes with a little bit of flour. Okay.
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 That's the idea here. So now that the egg has been coated on it, this is sort of like breading almost. You know, when you do a flour breading for something, we're doing the same thing, but we're just doing that with dough. So see now how it's pretty dry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
They have a little bit of a shine on them, so they're still, they're not totally dry.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it. Okay, now we got
just enough.
Enough.
enough. Now you want the if you're doing this in a frying pan or on your flat top or wherever you're doing, just make sure you've got your oils nice and hot. You don't want to put these on a cold or a warm pan because you want that instant sear.
Yeah.
That helps keep it together. It's also going to make it nice and crispy.
So do you literally get the oil smoking hot or not that hot?
Just before smoking. Hold on, I gotta find a spoon. All right.
Just before.
If it's smoking a little, that's okay. But the thing is, remember, you've got to cook these potatoes too. So
Yeah.
they're not. These aren't mashed potatoes. So
Would you do it in a fryer or only in a pan?
I've never tried it in a fryer. I don't. Why not? They'd be like fritters, like potato fritters.
Has anybody ever used an air fryer for these? I wonder out there.
That would be a good thing.
I wonder.
But they wouldn't be flat though, right? Wouldn't you want them to
Well,
be?
if you dropped them in a fryer, they wouldn't be. But in an air fryer, I don't know. I've never used one, so I don't know how that works.
I haven't either.
Okay, so what I like to do is we're going to turn this around a little so you can see.
Is that on your? That's on your actual.
Yeah. So it depends what size you like them.
Okay.
I have, as you know, as I've said many times, I have serious eaters. So can you hear it sizzling?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so you want to make sure you got a sizzle. So I like to do little mounds.
So how many is that going to make?
Again, depends on your size. If you, this should feed 4 people.
Okay.
Again, I don't have humans. I have Wolverines in my house. So for us, it's 2 batches of these. The kids like them bigger. So what's going to happen? Again, remember, you got to cook these potatoes. So you're going to take your spatula and just
You make the mound and then you flatten it in the oil. Okay. The oil's hot.
yeah. And you're going to want it, you're going to keep trying to flatten them because the thing is that, again, you don't want the potatoes in the middle to be raw and bite down on it. That's why you don't want the heat too high. It's medium high, basically, is the temperature.
Okay.
Because I found if it's too high, it just then they start to burn and they're raw.
Right.
Yeah.
You know your stove top, your stove or your hang on how it goes. I'm gonna put a little more oil on there because I don't think I put enough for here.
Well, that's also what's going to help give it a crisp is the oil.
So if you have, this is how I make them, and I just wondered if I'm doing it wrong. I usually do it in like a cast iron and then put like an inch of oil in there. Like there's a serious amount of oil, like not just coating it, but like, is that too much?
Some deep, yeah.
Ask Debriana, the nutritionist, what you need to do for that because I think that it just depends. It really does. I mean, if you think about if you want it more like a French fry where you're literally, browning it. I found that doing it this way on the flat top really cooks the potato. And you just kind of keep, I'm going to stand here. You don't want to leave them. I'm going to stand here and I'm just going to
Don't leave your latke.
Don't leave me, latke.
I'm having abandonment issues.
I need you a latke.
We're just going to hear about this just so you both know.
It's been a really long day.
Serious.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long year.
They're starting
I cannot believe it's December. And we are worse now than in the beginning. I'm just like, how did this happen? I miss science.
I know.
Really?
Okay, look, this is camera ready. Watch this one.
Okay.
Whoa.
Woohoo!
That's
Okay, I got another good one here. Ooh, oh wait, no, that was premature. Premature flippage.
That's gorgeous.
Oh, that looks good, Holly.
Oh, we're getting there. Let me see if I have another one that's ready. This part of my little thing here is always better. See?
Yeah, gorge.
And just keep pressing.
Now, if you were going to wait to serve those, do you keep them in the oven?
I do. I put them on a cookie sheet and I just put them on low, 200 in the oven. Just keeps them warm.
Okay.
Because you don't want them to get, let me turn down.
Well, if they get cold, they probably get soggy.
It's like French fries. Do you like cold French fries? No, you don't.
No.
That. Nobody wants that.
Cold hash browns.
Yeah. And I didn't realize it with the beets and the carrots, but that would be really fun. And I may do that.
I've done it like that with beets and carrots. It's fun.
And my husband loves beets too, so I may do that for us for Hanukkah. So I'll take a picture of those.
Yes.
When does Hanukkah start?
I think Friday.
This Friday. This
Okay.
Friday.
Today's
one's
the anniversary of John Lennon.
Look at that one.
I'll tell you a story, Debriana. So, today's Hollie's birthday. And I remember when John Lennon was killed. And we had the Time magazine in Mom and Dad's bedroom that had John Lennon's face on it. And I was like, oh, God, it's your birthday. And I said, I'm never going to forget that he died on your birthday. And
I know.
We were so young.
I remember where I was standing when I heard that news. There were a couple of people. Like I remembered where I was when I heard about Diana, and I remembered where I was when I heard about John Lennon too.
Very sad. I know. What an amazing gift.
He's smiling on us.
He was an amazing gift to the world.
He was only 40 years old.
I mean, does it make you feel like you haven't done much with your life? Hello. I know. So
Here we are.
got to get on it. All
Yeah.
right. So that's it. So if you'd like, I like to add a little pinch of salt.
Yeah.
Just a tiny little pinch on top of each one before we serve them, because that's always, brings out the flavor, a little more salt. And then have your sour cream and your applesauce prepared. Like I said, tonight we're doing my birthday dinner, so my husband's grilling some salmon. So we're going to use these sort of as the carb in the meal. We'll put a little salmon and maybe
Yum.
some
Fabulous.
yeah, it'll be good.
Sounds
Yeah,
wonderful.
such a good happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Holly!
Thank you for bringing it to Corona Kitchen. Hey, I'm going to put some text on the screen because I do. All right, so I changed the first thing. The first thing is now Florida, RRC. That organization is helping people who have convictions and are now out of prison to stop disenfranchising them and discriminating against them, as they are doing in Florida. So if you want to go to that site, I highly recommend it so that you can educate yourself. People who have served their time should be able to vote. That's my opinion.
I agree with that.
They've been convicted, they've served their time, they should be able to vote. I personally have never thought they should lose their right to vote, because while they're in prison, they are still under the rules of this country.
You're a citizen, right?
Anyway, yes, you are always a citizen no matter where you go. So anyway, but that will help some people. Also fairfight.com, because we are in election season in Georgia.
Yes, we are.
And how long is your holiday gift collective going, Holly?
Till December 31st. So unless something else happens, we're in black, so I'm not sure where we go after that. But if we get a total shutdown. But we're also doing by appointment only. So if you're not comfortable being in the store with others, we have mandatory masks and hand sanitizer and the whole Silkwood wash down before you come in the store.
So it's all on Instagram, Hollywood Gift Collective, and Facebook. If you want to do that and need to do a private shopping session with them.
Yeah.
Cool. And then you still have your Holly's Homegrown website. That's always with all her cool culinary stuff. And then we want to talk about Insta postcards to swing voters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you don't want to make phone calls and you'd rather do postcards, if you go to Postcards, the swing voters site, they have postcards they will mail to you that they've designed and tell you exactly what to write. Other organizations like Envoys for Humanity, you buy the postcards, which you can get on Amazon.
We were just thinking of this weekend painting some postcards with the kids for fun. To just get the teens involved in this political stuff, and making images that speaks to that Gen Z, because they're the future and they need to have a government that works. Okay.
That's what we're headed toward, people.
And anything for we're doing an adoptive family here locally for people.
Oh, that's great.
For Christmas gifts, holiday gifts, food, anything, clothes, whatever it is that they need. There are a lot of people in need out there. So if you are some Safeway gift cards, Target.
Yeah, Pandemic of Love is also an organization that we've talked about before that you can adopt a family through them.
Yeah.
And people definitely go to your local food banks and donate if you can.
Yeah.
Because people need to eat.
Yes.
It's a thing.
I know.
And those look delicious.
I'm very excited to eat them, actually.
Well, happy birthday, Holly.
Okay.
Thank you so much for taking part of your birthday night with us. And
yeah, thank you very much. We are so blessed to have you with us. Thank you.
Thank you.